Hello students, good morning. Hope you all are well, studying and doing your work, completing all the work in copy on time. So before I start my class, I want to tell you some of you are asking me through the comments that the question answers of chapter 4 are not given. Question answers exercises of chapter 4 and 5 both are given to you. If not available there, you can get it on the download the study material. I have given it in the PDF form. Okay, so when you open the site lfsgidaonline.com, there is a point there written as download the study material. You click on that, select your class and subject, you will get all that. So all your question answers of chapter 4 and 5, exercises, short answer, long answer, everything is available there. Okay Avika, you can get from there. So now we will continue with our chapter 6. What was the chapter 6 is the early states. We were doing this chapter. Some of the points we had already discussed about this chapter. Which were the points we discussed? We'll look or revise them quickly. We had learnt about the political system. Okay, so after 600 BCE, a new era, new period began in the history where the groups of villages were known as Vish, and group of Vish was known as Janpada, and group of Janpadas, or when the Janpadas conquered more of territories, it was known as Mahajanpada, and Mahajanpadas was 16 in number. Okay, that was political system. And there were Mahajanpadas two types. One was monarchs, another one was your republican. Monarch is when a king is ruling and after the king his son rules, hereditary. And in republic a group of people is selected and they will be responsible for the people. Clear? Then we were also learning some of the points about what was that about the early states. You open your book, open the page number 44. Okay, so on page 44 you have the chapter. Then you learned about fortification, building the walls around the city to protect it from the outside attack and also to show off the power of the king. Okay, we learned about expansion of the territories. Expansion of the territories is how the expansion of territories was done by Ashwamedha Yagya, where a horse is let free so that wherever he goes, that area becomes of the king if the person is not stopping the horse. Okay, these were the things we did already in the previous class. Today we have something new to learn about the new states, about the Mahajanpadas. The first is maintaining the army. Now the Mahajanpadas are very vast. People are also more, population is also very huge. So they needed a standing army to protect the people from outside attack so that other Mahajanpada doesn't attack on them and take away their territory. So the armies that they had, the armies were like now king needs to support the army. He needs some food supply, he needs some equipment, some tools and weapons for the war. For that he needed money. So he started taxation on on people, taking tax from people. Now the tax was taken not only to maintain the army, but that tax money was also used to make the fort and to make the roads, to make the streets. Okay, so that was about the army, maintaining the army to protect the people, how to provide food supply and the arms or the weapons to the armies, taking tax from the people, and tax that was used for maintaining the army and also for building the roads, streets and forts. Now for collecting the tax, the king also had appointed some officials. Clear? Next you have taxation. Taxation is collecting tax. Okay. Now how they were collecting tax from farmers? 1/6 of the produce was collected. Whatever the farmer is collecting, whatever crop he has got during harvest, 1/6 portion of the crop he had to give to the king as tax. Then free service to the king. Craftsmen, maybe a potter or a weaver or a what you say carpenter, blacksmith, goldsmith. These people will provide free service to the king's court. Okay, every month or whenever the king requires without taking any money, they have to provide free service. Then free service also was provided by the herders. Herders and hunters. You know what hunters means and herders means? Hunters, the people who go for hunting animals or catching the animals for the use, and herders are the people who look after the animals. So they had to provide from the herd, from the cattle and from the hunters some portion to the king free of cost. Okay, food supply, whatever produce they get, maybe the egg, the milk, the meat, the wool, whatever they are getting, they will provide to the king as tax, and that was also used for supplying food to the army. How was the tax collected from the traders? Traders, whatever income they were getting, some portion of their income was fixed that to be given to the king. Okay, that was taxation. I've told you four. One from the farmers, 1/6 of the produce, from the craftsmen, free service to the king, from the herders, free service to the king, maybe food supply and all to the armies, and from the for the traders had to give some portion of their income to the king. Okay. Now you have currency and growth of trade. In the book also you have this heading. Now trade. During this period, the Mahajanpadas were having trade through barter system. Barter system is where you are exchanging things with the things. Okay. When you have things exchanged with things, it is barter system. Now when the trade is growing so fast in this period, the people had a difficulty in exchanging things with the things. Now the trade was carried with the punched marked coins. So during this period, the remains have been found. It shows during this period in Mahajanpadas, people started using coins. What type of coins? Punched marks coins. Now these coins were not in perfect shape and sizes. You can see in the book also some picture is given here that you can see punched marks coins are given. Okay, they were used. These are found in some of the places. Now with the use of this punched mark coin, the trade grew very fast and some place became trade centers, business centers. Which were the places? Ayodhya, Mathura and Vaishali. These places became the trade centers. Okay. So here trade grew very fast. So this was about the currency and the growth of trade. Clear? Currency and trade. Trade was done through barter system. When the growth of trade took place, no longer barter system could be continued. So currency was introduced, coins, punched marks coin, and true trade grew fast. And some places became trade center like Mathura, okay, Vaishali and Ayodhya. So this is about today's class. Maintaining the army, okay, maintaining the army to protect the people, providing food and arms from the tax, and the tax was also used for maintaining the roads, streets and fort. 1/6 produce from the farmers, free services from the herders, hunters, craftsmen and traders gave also some part of the income. Currency, as I told you now, barter system was continued. It was stopped now. Currency used, punch mark coin. Some centers became business centers like Mathura and Ayodhya and Vaishali. This was for today, children. I have explained you today 3 points. You can read them once again in the book. If you have not understood anything, you can ask me. I've told you always, if you have not understood anything in history and geography in my class, you can call me. My number is available. You can ask my number from the class teacher, and you can call me on Saturday and ask me. Surely I will whatever I can do to clear your doubts, I will do it on Monday. Okay, so before that, you study well. Okay, study nicely, complete your work in the copy, fill your exercises, and do something creative always at home. And take care always. Be careful, don't go much out. Wash your hands, be always neat and clean and hygienic, and take care of people at home. Have a nice day. Bye.